As a little kid, I used to have these dreams of waking up at a toy store and being able to like rummage through the whole thing and just pick whatever I wanted. Well, owning a store like On Some Shit with your friends is pretty much that. I get to basically have my pick of the litter when it comes to BMX parts, clothing, exotic sodas, just about anything. And the coolest people come here. So in a weird way, I guess this is still my dream. And what we're doing today is I'm gonna be building a new bike. I'm very blessed to be sponsored by Shadow Conspiracy and Subrosa Brand. And a lot of people often ask me like how long you should wait to replace your bike. And that question isn't like a uniform one size fits all answer. For me, since I'm pretty busy, I try and ride as much as I can, which is probably like 2 to 3 times a week. But if you're riding like 5 to 7 days a week, and I've been riding for close to 2 decades now, so I know exactly what I want to do or how I don't want to bail on my bike. I think the last time I built a brand new bike, and I could obviously go back and check, but I think it's been close to like no less than 6 or 7 months, no more than I would say a year, but I could be wrong. But like I said, super thankful and super stoked to be able to have number 1, a store, and number 2, great sponsors. So yeah, let's make some decisions. Should I get another Subrosa Matte Ray frame in black? Should I get a whole new color? This time I'm gonna pick the new Matte Ray MR1 in this super sick red. All right, a little caveat. For the simplicity of time, this bike is gonna get built with 4 pegs, no brakes, and a free coaster. That's not exactly how I'm gonna keep the bike, and I'm probably gonna give away some of the parts, but keep that in mind. First things first, we got the frame. This is gonna be a 20.75 Subrosa MR1. It's a beautiful translucent red with a nice Gucci logo ripoff. Anytime I have my black bike, everyone comes up to me like, oh, is that the Gucci bike? So we're gonna have the red Gucci bike. So I'm gonna build that up. There's gonna be some things that I'm gonna leave out, so you don't need to see every single detail. If you do, I have a lot of bike builds on this channel that you can probably watch somewhere around here, and they have every single thorough procedure that you might wanna follow. But for now, I'm just gonna bang this out pretty much literally. So first and foremost, I'm gonna be riding the Shadow Killer cranks in black, and these are 165. I think before I was riding 170, so this will be the first time I get this small. Also, shout out to Shadow for the sickest packaging. All the stuff comes in these cool coffin boxes or coffin packaging. It's pretty awesome. So I'm gonna be riding the new Shadow Conspiracy Sprocket with the bash guard. This is a plastic, removable, and interchangeable bash guard. And I'm riding it in 28.2 because I like to go a little faster, so I like that harder gear ratio, as opposed to the 25.9, which is like the more customary ratio that you guys probably ride at home. Always make sure you have your 22mm adapter or reducer. You really need that. If you have a smaller spindle, then you need the 19mm one. And if you have an oversized one, like a 24mm, you don't need one at all. But for 19 and 22, you do need one. So that's on there. And make sure the sprocket goes on there. Next up, we get the right crank arm. I'm left foot forward. I ride my sprocket on the right, so I need my right crank arm on the right side. So I'm gonna get that on right now. And on the back side, you have to put your sprocket bolt, so that holds the chainring or sprocket to the cranks. These Shadow Conspiracy cranks are very strong, but that also means they're a little difficult to get on without the proper tools. So make sure you use the crank puller that it comes with, and make sure you get like a big, ideally a crescent wrench. I don't know where ours went right now, so I'm gonna be using this channel lock, which kind of messes it up, but hey, it'll get the job done for now. So just make sure you use a little bit of grease in there and really start going to town. You wanna make sure that this spindle gets centered. You don't want it to be pulled to one side more than the other, because that sucks. So I got a mallet, sue me. The hardest part when putting on your cranks is getting this alignment. The best way that I've found is try and aim this crank arm to the 6 o'clock position, and then try and aim the left crank arm to the 12 o'clock position. And then you can use your C-post stay to kind of like guide it as well. Crank this down nice, but not too tight, because I do crank flips, so you don't want it to seize up on you. Okay, you know what this build really needs? The thing that makes it pop. You know what that is? The Subrosa Matte Racy, because again, it's got that fine Gucci print. It just really gives it that cohesiveness and that high-end feel. And all of this stuff is available both at onsomeshit.com, in-store at the Melrose location of On Some Shit in Southern California, or on Shadow Conspiracy or subrosabrand.com. If you ride your C-post very high, make sure that you always use the minimum requirement. It'll be marked at the very bottom. So right here, it'll say maximum, so that means that anything above this, the frame won't be holding as much as the C-post, and that's very dangerous. It can snap off and stab you. Honestly, I think the red build is even nicer than the black build, so pretty stoked on that. I'm not huge on colors, but I think for this build, I'm gonna use the Shadow Conspiracy platform pedals. They're nice, sleek, and they come in red, so that should give it a nice little accent touch. Just coming together, nice little bike. The bars we'll be riding are the Subrosa Noster bars. These are Simone's, and they come in 28 inches wide. They have a 3-degree up sweep, a 10-degree back sweep, and they're not too terribly tall. They come in 9.3. Again, I'm not the tallest dude, so 9.3 is a good height for me. Let me grab a stem, a headset, and some forks, and then the front end will be built. As far as forks, Subrosa Noster forks, these are also Simone's. They're nice, they're very slim, very sleek. They don't have the craziest offset. I don't do a lot of nose release, so I don't need them to be very steep. Subrosa rose stem, very nice. Has the Subrosa embossing on the side, very cool. Simone, I didn't know you were such a hippie. That's pretty cool. I love the packaging. All right, my technique is I put the bars flat. I let them lean on the frame a little bit, and I put the cap back on. And very importantly, make sure that their knurling is centered. And you wanna do this all while it's loose, because if you do so when it's tight, then you can damage the knurling, scratch your parts. You don't want that. Also, very important, when you're tightening your front end, I always mention this, make sure that you do it in a cross pattern. So you wanna do the bottom right, then you wanna do the upper left bolts, then the bottom left, then the upper right. You don't wanna do a square formation where you do like the first top two and then the bottom two, because then it'll lead to an uneven pull, and that's how you mess things up. Now my front end is built, and essentially all I need are wheels, tires, grips, and a sprocket for now. Earlier in the video, I said I was gonna be riding brakeless and with the free coaster, but I actually did find a right-hand drive cassette. We only had a left-hand drive, I thought, but nope, I found it. We're good to go. I'll be riding a right side cassette wheel. It's the Shadow Symbol wheel. Comes with a built-in hub guard. It's really nice and plastic, so it slides really well. And it's got the 9-tooth driver and cassette. Oh, how I love cassette. All right, gonna slap all this on. Shadow SERPENT tires. These are the featherweights. These are very light, very good, grippy, and durable. Slap that all on, some pegs, and then we're almost done. All right, so I'm pumping these up. Closer to like 70 or 80 than the whole 110, but we'll see. Once I ride them, they break in, then I'll pump them up some more. All right, it's good for now. I'm gonna be installing these on some shit, Primo pegs. Nice little collab we did. 4 of these bad boys. They're super cool. They're aluminum, 4.75 inches long, and they come with a little brick of wax that says on some shit, so go get them, onsomeshit.com. Next up, put the symbol, hub guards, and the actual hub. Then you wanna put the bolt and your peg on there. Home stretch, I swear. Get these wheels on, get the grips on, and the chain, and I'm done. Again, thread forward, put that on there. Make sure the spacers go on the fork right. Everything hand tightened first, and then once you get the bike off the stand on the ground, then you can really tighten it. It's looking good so far. The last main thing is the chain. I ride the Shadow Conspiracy B2 interlock chain. I don't ride the Supreme chain, I ride the normal one. I don't usually break chains that much, and I have sprocket guards, so that should deter me from being able to really bash it. So I'm gonna try to make it short and sweet. You wanna make sure that the chain links, and they kind of look like little flames. Flame goes forward, the smaller piece where it tapers down, you want that to aim to the back. So again, bigger flame forward, then you get it around the sprocket, get it around the drivetrain, make sure everything's nice and snug. And I'm gonna cut it right yonder. And to finish everything off, I'm gonna be using the best tool ever, the Shadow Conspiracy tool. It's got everything you need, 65 bucks here at On Some Shit in Melrose, onsomeshit.com or theshadowconspiracy.com. But it comes with a really nifty built-in chain tensioner. It's on the backside, as you can see right here. I'm gonna remove it. Well, it comes with 2 tire levers that are also, one is a spoke wrench, and the other one is actually the lever that's gonna help us crank down the chain breaker to remove this link and get my bike finished. Besides the grips, so I have to put the grips on. And again, if you wanna see any of these specifics, my channel has about 80 different tutorials on how to put your grips on, your chain on, your wheels on and off, whatever, it's all there. Put it on the chain breaker, crank it down slowly, make sure everything is centered, very important. This will save you a lot of time and money and yelling from your parents. Make sure the pin is centered. Who would have the audacity to call me at this hour? It's probably a telemarketer. Nope, it's Travis. I'm filming a video and
Well, who'd you build it for then?
it's for me.
What company is Gucci buying?
Literally putting the chain on and it's done. All right, guys. The pin is in, the bike is done. All right, that's my good friend Travis Mills, who likes to harass me early in the morning. But this bike is basically done. The last things I'm gonna do are tighten any loose ends, literally. Adjust my handlebars, the heights, anything like that. And put my favorite grips on, which are the S&M Mike Hoder grips. Probably the softest, best grips I've ever ridden. How I put them on, I usually just breathe really hard. You don't really want to spit, you just kind of want to breathe and use your hot breath, your stanky breath to get your grips on. I have a video with like 17 different techniques. Try watching that too. But for me, this works the best. Anybody else, if you don't like it, then don't ride my bike. As you can see, I'm in the last bit of my time crunch. It is 10:15. I started at about 8:45. So 1 hour and 30 minutes basically to build this bike and record it and do all the little cleanup here at OSS, because I don't like to leave a mess for the guys. That's on. Make sure I get my bar end on. Bar ends are very important. People want to say they're not, but they are. They can save your life if you fall down and your bars are sharp and they want to kill you. Last, I want to adjust my bars. I like to ride them a slight bit forward. No Dan Crook here. So I basically just put the bike down. I make sure they're a little forward, but not too much, which that looks perfect. The reason people ride their bars a little forward is because it gives you more leverage to bunny hop. So I don't know if Dan Crook has these superpowers to let him bunny hop higher than anyone ever, because he definitely has the most forward bars I've ever seen. That's his riding style, and you know, I commend him for it. But I like him just be a tiny hair forward, not too crazy. Everything's brand new, so it's gonna be a little stiff, but you want it to spin smoothly and freely, nothing too tight. Again, this will break in, but man, this bike sure does look great. One last thing, I shall be right back. No bike leaves the On Some Shit store without an On Some Shit sticker. And if you don't have any, make sure to hit onsomeshit.com and use promo code ALFGANG, ALFGANG, and you will get a discount on your stickers, because I love you guys. So I'm offering you my discount there. My bike is complete, boys. Let me give you guys a quick walkthrough so you see it. On Some Shit pegs, killer cranks, platform pedals, SERPENT tires, cymbal front wheel, Subrosa rose stem, Noster bars, Noster forks, S&M holder grips, On Some Shit bone stickers, Subrosa Matt Ray MR1, Gucci inspired, designer inspired, Subrosa complete Shadow Conspiracy custom bike. That's it for me today, guys. I'm exhausted. I still have a full 24 hours ahead of me because I plan on not sleeping very much. So if you enjoy these type of videos, you know I put a lot of effort into all the videos I make, but these ones specifically, and if you enjoy them, make sure not only you're subscribed, but you have a little bell turned on. It recently became apparent to me that that bell, if you don't have it clicked on, and once you click it on, you have to make sure you get all my notifications, so make sure that's on. But that's gonna do it for me today. Make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I love you guys. I love Shadow, Subrosa, everyone here at On Some Shit. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.